and you walk by, I hit you with sexy eyes. You look through me as if I wasn't right. Oh no, you didn't just walk on through. It's time.
Welcome to the Dragon's Lair workshop. It is actually Saturday, and by the time you see this vlog, you will have realized there was no vlog on Monday. The reason why there isn't going to be no vlog on Monday is I've been to the pressure of my landlord and my wife, and I've spent all week doing my spring cleaning on the gardens and grass, and basically doing yard work all week. Finished it this morning, and I've been going through hell. Every time I had to come into the shop to grab a hammer or something like that, I'd see all the pillars sitting there, and I'd rather sit down and do the Halloween stuff than the yard work. But it's just like, if I get into doing the pillars, I'm not going to get back to the yard stuff. So I've been going through hell. I've been wanting to work out here and haven't been able to. But anyway, I'm just getting back in on the pillar project, and had a problem. I didn't realize I made a mistake. When I put the caps on the pillars, I had them all facing the same direction. The pillars are a little wider on one side than they are the other, and I had them all lined up except for two. I had this one here and that one there. Instead of running the way it is this way, it was running this way. Yeah, so I had to try to break them loose and you know, get them turned and remounted so they're mounted correctly, which I've done, and they're in the process of drying. That's not going to stop me from the next part I'm working on, because I'm working, or actually will, you know, I'm working on two areas. Right now, it's time I'm going to start getting the main coat of paint on for the skirting down here. You know, I'll cover just this lip here, and down the front it will not cover the trim. And I'm going to be spraying that on. At the same time, I'm going to have my caulking gun out, and I'm going to go over each pillar, and I'm going to caulk this seam up and around. So that's kind of what I'm getting ready to do now. I'll show you what it looks like here in just a bit. Okay, welcome to Sunday. I did get the skirts painted yesterday. Ended up, and this is the last one I did yesterday, so it'll be the first one I do today. Ended up painting the skirting kind of a burnished copper color. Kind of blends in a little bit with the rest of the gray. And that's just fine for right now. Once this part up here gets painted, this will stand out a little bit more. And today I'm going to make it stand out even more. Today's project, I'm going to get the H and the T on all the columns painted, and then I'm also going to work on the trim piece down here on the bottom. Now the color I end up choosing for the trim is also going to be the same color it's going to go on the cap up here. And the cap is probably going to be the last thing on these pillars I'm going to paint. I'm working on the bottom, and I'm going to work my way up. So, you know, this section here will be done long before any of that gets done. But today's project's getting the HT and the skirting painted. Don't know if I'll get them all the way done today. Whatever I don't get done today, we'll get finished tomorrow. Greetings all. Welcome to Thursday. Last segment I mentioned I was going to be working on the skirting and the trim at the bottom, which I have been. It took me longer than I thought it was, just about like everything else on this project. Main thing that I forgot, let's see here, okay, not sure you can really tell the color difference, but the one thing I forgot about doing this lettering here, HT, that I did on all four sides, it takes frickin' forever. I hate doing lettering. Now I remember why. But right now, all 25 pillars are in the same stage. They've all had a coat of a burnished copper on the skirting. The letters are kind of a, what was the color called? Champagne gold. And then down here, and I don't know if the camera's actually picking up the color difference, This color down here is a brownstone brick. It's kind of a dark color and stuff. But one thing I do like about it, it had some sparkling type of flecks in it that kind of glitter when light hits it, color lights hit it. So I decided to use that on the trim. Now all the skirting's done, my next step I had planned, I was going to start at the bottom, work my way up, you know, get this area painted, and then finish off with doing the caps. And the caps were going to be the last thing I did. And they get painted the same color as the trim down here. Well, I got to thinking, I got the brushes out, I got the paint out for that color of trim. Instead of doing the center post here, I'm going to go ahead and do the caps, and I'll save this part for last. And if you can't tell, I'm putting off doing the center of the pillars because I'm not looking forward to doing it. But anyway, my next step is going to be these caps, and it's pretty straightforward. I got to paint the underside lip here, the sides, and the top. They should go a lot quicker than that down there. One, I'm only going to be using one color instead of 2, 3. And plus I don't have the lettering to do up on the cap, so should go pretty much straightforward. But that's going to be my next step. Now I'm just getting set up for it, and we're going to get the caps, start getting the caps painted. I'm hoping to have all the caps done tomorrow if I'm lucky, first thing Saturday if not. So anyway, here we go, next step. Welcome to Friday. Yeah, last segment, which I shot yesterday, I was talking about painting the caps. And I got them done. As you can see, they're all brown. And doesn't look too bad. Next step for me, though, is this part. I gotta start getting it painted. Circles are gonna be staying gray. The ovals will stay gray, which are over on that side. My next part, though, I'm going to paint is in between the circles. And if you remember right, several vlogs ago, when I was actually doing the carving on the center, it took me about a week to get everything carved. I'm thinking the painting is probably going to take about the same. It's going to take about a week to do. So I don't know if I'll have anything to show you in this vlog. Next vlog, though, I should have these painted, and then we can move on to the next step. Happy Easter all, and by saying that, you know it's Sunday. Wasn't sure if I was going to do another segment, but decided to. Weather-wise, we've got a beautiful sunshiny day out there today. It's actually 70 degrees. It hit 73 here yesterday, so it was really nice. We had a beautiful day. But I'm running into a problem on the project, and I need some input from you guys. Started painting them, the section I showed you, and I did one in black, which wasn't my color of choice. The other one was the red. That was the color I was going to use for in between the circles. And I don't know, I really don't particularly care for it at all. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not really sure on the red. The black's a little bit better, but I'm kind of feeling the same way about the black as I am the red. So I figured I'd ask you guys, see what you thought. Now, I was talking to the wife. She said, well, I could, instead of doing the black or the red, I could do a white. Which I did not like the idea of at all. Or I could do a lighter or darker shade of gray. But I figure with all the circles on there, I've got enough gray already. So I ruled out the gray, and then the white was just, no, it would not look right with white either, a solid color. So my question is which color do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the red? Or do you guys prefer the black? And then what you guys, going off what you guys say, and that's probably the way I'm going to go on the pillars. So it'll either all be black or they'll all be red. Now, there is another option too. I could go 50-50. I could do half the pillars in red and half the pillars in black, and then just mix them up as I put them out in the hahn. You know, so that's another option, another variable. So what do you guys think? Red, black, or half and half? Post it down in the comments. I'll check it Monday afternoon before I come out in the shop to see what you guys say on it. You know, in a way, I'm kind of leaning for half and half, but I don't know. I just don't know. I thought I'd ask you guys, see what you guys had to say. As it is, it takes, as far as painting these, either the red or the black, it takes about an hour and a half to do one pillar. Almost 2 hours. It's all hand painted, so it's a lot of work. So, but anyway, that was my question for you. I'm gonna probably post this vlog a bit early tonight. Probably try to have it up around dinner time. So, and that way give you guys a chance to comment and what have you. But let me know what you think. And happy Easter all. Stay spooky out there.